Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Step one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, Kennedy. And that is incomplete.
Wait, why did I call timeout?
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Cummings. He dumps it off to Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 101 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
I think I have an obsession with clicking it. Like, I just, like, scratch my finger on it.
Operating from the gun, Cummings. Now and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Cummings. Caught on the right side by Jones. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Yeah, I'm
and
here.
let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result.
Because I promise you, I'm outside every single
Got the
day.
speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway. And
no, it's because I sound farther.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You know what, one thing I hate? I hate kickoff. Like in real life, because that shit hurts.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
2 sacks last week.
That's hot as shit over
here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week. Because I think he's got matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And what did we
probably
talk
because
with
there's
them
more
about
land
prior
there.
to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
I gotta let that get that.
Fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
At least it gets more pussy than you.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down at the 43.
No, don't do it, Lucci. Never do that. I promise you. I know that personally. No. What the fuck?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Throwing on first down. Cummings. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
Bro, what the fuck?
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a disc.
That's probably, so. Yeah, why is it being red? I don't know what else to say. Restart your Xbox. Did you do that? That's called a hardware issue, not, it's not a hardware issue, it's something not right. Okay. Alright, let's see what you're gonna do if you lost. Where do you
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Somebody stop me, stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me, stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me.
Same. That was a risky ass, sir. I know. I'm literally twerking your eye.
That is weird. Oh my goodness.
I mean, Flome, if you're gonna start twerking for life, you got it was at least my best. Oh my gosh. Did you? Oh, he caught that? I immediately thought you threw a pick. That's how you reacted. Who's Hogan?
Which team is Lucci playing against?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Rob Gronkowski is washed, man.
Yes.
I might trade him.
I'm interested in
Back now on EA
I would be
Sports at
saying
Raymond
if I
James
wasn't
Stadium in
stupid like
Tampa.
they saw it.
It's the Dolphins in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 2. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front.
I think Andrew's excited
last
for week
level
10.
being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cummings. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had
That's the weather, bro.
That thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
It's the weather.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Amir Abdullah, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Well, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the 1st month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups.
You don't gotta fucking attack my receiver like that.
Because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, Cummings, and down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good old scheme going.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. You better believe that he's well.
I mean, I still got Zach
Ertz.
Ertz. So
catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
All right, here we go.
Play you week 10.
They go back to Abdullah on 1st. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy.
Intercept that. Like, what the fuck?
Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And that was not the long, drawn-out drive that you were talking about when it started. Anything but.
I saw this drive going a little differently in my mind, partner.
I think we both did, unable to really move it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Back to throw. Kennedy. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Only beat him by 1 point,
the
the Bills.
At the 20-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Cummings. Caught on the right
yes, Cummings.
side by Jones. he stay on his feet? A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout.
Man, he ain't even trying to deny it.
With a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down. Cummings. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Looking to throw. Cummings. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Gostkowski, the extra point.
I love my running back.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at the 3. And now running right through it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on first down, Kennedy. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kennedy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A final shot before break. Kennedy. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
No, not Grant. No.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
77,
on 1st
actually.
and 10. Cummings escaping the pressure right.
77, by the way.
Make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ryan Glasgow able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Cummings. It's complete to Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
As a running back here, you've got to do everything in your power to sell out for the first down. And he takes that to heart as he's going to dive his way forward, and he earns his mates a new set of downs.
Now he's going to throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
My rookie's having the best time
of
of.
Good mix. 3 passing plays, 3
My
runs.
rookie's having the best
three
game
of
of
those
his life.
passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like
12
maybe
yards
there's a little
gained after
attrition
that.
setting in with this
Amazing.
drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need,
Nah, bro, what do
especially
you
when they
do?
look up at the scoreboard. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
Nah, bro, you just mad.
When they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw
Why you-
the ball downfield. In
you
this
love the running
situation, as
back.
you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Goskowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bro, the most luckiest play I had was probably like throwing it up to AJ
And
Green,
this
like
will
throwing
be a
like Hail
touchback
Mary.
as that sails over the end line.
Oh yeah, I was
The
playing all Madden.
Buccaneers offense, they get their first reps of the second half.
Andrew, it was
They
all
trail
Madden,
offense,
and AJ
first time
Green
to
caught
touch
it.
the ball in quarter 3,
Great TV.
and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other
Which
teams
one?
just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
You're talking about me,
Sometimes
or-
they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Did you download it though?
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
They did, and
I
then
don't even have to
the
stretch for
holding
this
flag.
one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the
That was-
rain,
that was-
you have to
that
be
was a
more
linebacker.
cautious
Yeah,
trying
they
to
went
cover
down.
passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football.
The linebackers,
receiver knows the route he's going to
like,
run.
listen,
You have to
it's
make
better if
sure
I
you
take the
keep your
touchback. They'll
footing
probably get to like the
underneath
15.
2
and I
yards
just
on the
start from there.
pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside,
so I
but that
did
one
the
was
smart
swallowed
decision,
up
actually.
because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6
No, I
yards
do.
is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route,
Yeah,
on as
personally,
your
Andrew doesn't
primary
like my
call,
running back.
You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to
No,
watch
Jalen
tape for
Ramsey's
this
not
game,
in.
they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves
yeah,
until
I
the
don't have-
coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points
and
all
Myles
game
Garrett.
long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
There they begin the drive with Abdullah. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Kennedy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
No, what the hell, bro?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
The baby?
But in this
Oh,
case,
never
how
mind.
about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and
I thought
to be
the
frank,
lineman was
they
going to
just really
tackle
haven't
me, but
gotten
then I
much
just
better.
realized he
And all
didn't.
that
So.
does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it is
Yeah,
incomplete.
nigga. No way. No way.
So now here come the Dolphins. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking
No,
hands with
Barkley.
your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go now. Green 39.
To throw again, Kennedy. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Operating from the gun, Kennedy. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hey, Sean Robinson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A first throw for the backup Wilson. Rolling to his right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. For the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game.
It's either one person is or one person is not. I'm always in the Madden mood.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
But not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Not even trade that much.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
I just want to see his stats at the end, you know, instead of Russell Wilson's.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense.
Play my Madden game tomorrow.
So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Kennedy. And that is incomplete here. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. From the gun, Kennedy. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that